Yo, what's going on YouTube? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Darren, Bowtie Fragrance Guy, man. And we talk about fragrances and fashion on this channel. So if smelling good and looking good interests you, then I want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, especially because it doesn't cost you anything. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell icon as well to ensure you get notified every time I upload new content on the channel. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be talking about some fragrances that smell like more expensive fragrances, some more inexpensive fragrances, I should say, that smell like more expensive fragrances. Now, the good thing about this video is I'm going to go off the beaten path a little bit. I'm going to talk about some less expensive fragrances that smell like expensive fragrances, but these are ones that don't get mentioned all the time. I mean, we all know that the Allure fragrances, the Club de Nuit Intense, man, smells like Acqu Di Gio. We know that CI smells like Silver Mountain Water. We know that Milestone smells like Millésime Imperial. Mont Blanc Explorer smells like Mont Blanc Individual. You get where I'm going with this. So the fragrances that I'm going to mention today on this video are fragrances that do smell, again, like more expensive fragrances, but we just don't talk about these as much. So I have 5 fragrances that I want to mention for you guys today, and I think you're going to enjoy the fragrances on this list. Speaking of less expensive fragrances that smell like more expensive fragrances, I have 2 fragrances that I want to mention here today, which come from my today's video sponsor, which is Dossier Parfums, the Dossier Parfums. I want to talk about that company because I have mentioned them before, but guys, listen, what I love about the company is that they do something that no other company has done that I've ever heard of, at least, where they give you a chance to sample the fragrance before you really commit to the full bottle. So how it works is, take this fragrance for instance, Oriental Tobacco, right? This smells about 92% similar to Tobacco Vanille, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. So you're going to spend between $29 to $49 depending on the fragrance that you choose. You're going to get a 1.7 ounce size bottle, but you also get this sample that comes inside the packaging as well. Now, what he has done is he is going to allow you to use this sample to make sure that you like the fragrance first. If you don't like it, you can just send it back and get your money back. And I can't really think of a better value proposition than being able to get the fragrance, sample it, and actually try it before you really have to officially commit to keeping that fragrance. So man, listen, go check him out. Go see what fragrances he has on the website that may be a fragrance that you may have been looking for that was a little bit more expensive and you really didn't want to commit to that full bottle or whatever the case may be. Go and see what they have on the website over here at Dossier, because I am sure that whatever fragrance it is that you're looking for, they have it on the website and you can get that fragrance or at least a replica of that fragrance at a much less expensive price. And again, you get to try it in one of these samples before you even commit to a full bottle. So I will leave the links down below where you can go and check out the website and check out some of these fragrances from this clone house, because they do some really good, more expensive fragrances for less. All right, guys, you know how we do, you know how we get down. We're going to go ahead and jump into the 5 fragrances that I want to mention on this list today. But before we do that, you know how we do. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in, man. Let's go ahead and jump right into the video. The first fragrance that I want to mention today, this fragrance comes from the house of Lacoste, and this one is called Lacoste Eau Fraiche. Lacoste Eau Fraiche. Now, this fragrance comes from the L1212 line. One of the most popular fragrances from that line was the one in the white bottle. But this one is really good, man. And this one smells a lot like Acqu Millésime Imperial. Now, again, the point of this video was to talk about fragrances that not everyone really talks about. Listen, I know that Ed Hardy's Love and Luck smells like Millésime Imperial. Sean John Unforgivable, again, Milestone from Allure. But nobody really talks about this particular fragrance, and to me, it smells really, really similar. Now again, is it 100% Millesime Imperial? No, but it's going to give you the same vibes that you get from Millesime Imperial. So if you like that fragrance, this is one that I recommend you check out because it'll give you a very, very similar vibe to what you're going to get from Millesime Imperial. And this is one that you can find for around that $30 price point. So check this one out from the house of Lacoste. This is Lacoste Eau Fraiche. All right, guys, the next fragrance on this list, this one comes from the house of Dunhill, and this one is Dunhill Desire Red. Dunhill Desire Red. Now, I have been talking a lot about Lafayette Street from Bond Number 9 over the past few months on this channel, and this fragrance reminds me a lot of Lafayette Street from Bond Number 9. And what I love about it is it's just such an easy to wear fragrance, and it's so mass appealing. This is an extreme compliment getter. I told you guys when I first put my nose on Lafayette Street, well, I smelled it before in a sample, but when I went to the Bond Number 9 store and I had my wife and two other females with me, Lafayette Street was the #1 fragrance that they all agreed and went crazy over. So this one again smells a lot like Lafayette Street, but again, this is one you can find for under $30. So guys, check this one out from the house of Dunhill. This is Dunhill Desire Red. All right, the next fragrance on the list, guys, guess what? We're going back to the house of Lacoste, and this is called Lacoste Magnetic. Now this one is also from the L1212 line, and guess what this one reminds me a lot of? Creed's Green Irish Tweed. Again, we're talking a lot of times in these cases, at least 75-80% is going to remind you a lot of the aforementioned more expensive fragrance. But guys, again, another one that nobody really talks about. You know, we hear about Tres Nuit and some of these other fragrances that really smell a lot like Green Irish Tweed, but nobody really talks about this one. And again, once again, this is a 5-ounce bottle that I got for under $40. So check this one out from the house of Lacoste. This is called Magnetic. Now, next up on the list, this is one that I have mentioned several times on the channel, but I just couldn't leave it off. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, this is Acqua Essenziale Blue. Acqua Essenziale Blue. And I think the reason I like to mention this one on the list is because it smells a lot like Bleu de Chanel. So it definitely puts you in the mindset of Bleu de Chanel. Now, some people have said Dylan Blue, but I think it's more Bleu de Chanel. And the reason that I think it's worth mentioning this fragrance is because it is so hard to find any Chanel fragrance at a discounted price. You know, so anytime you can find a fragrance that would be a good substitute for a Chanel fragrance, I really think is worth mentioning. And again, this is one that I really love. So check this one out from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. This is Acqua Essenziale Blue. All right, guys, and last but not least on this list, I want to mention this fragrance again. I mentioned it a few videos back. It seemed to be discontinued at one point, and it is popping back up. And of course, I will link any of these fragrances down in the description if I can find them for a good price. But man, I love this stuff from the house of Mercedes-Benz. This is Mercedes-Benz Black. Mercedes-Benz Black. And this one smells a lot to me. It smells a lot like El Born from Carner Barcelona, and also there's some elements of By the Fireplace in this one as well. So guys, I'm telling you, it's popping back up. Don't know how long it's going to be available, but if you can find this one, this is a inexpensive fragrance gem from the house of Mercedes. Please check this one out. Again, this one is called Mercedes-Benz Black. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video as I gave you 5, well, maybe 7 more inexpensive fragrances that smell a lot like more expensive fragrances. As always, I appreciate your time and attention to these videos because, of course, I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you took a few moments to watch this video, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget, if you don't mind, take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and share these videos out to some folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your guy, Darian, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.